Hi, I'm Adrianne. I'm one of the yoga teachers here at La Coralina Island House. I'll be guiding you through a yin practice today. You may want to have 2 blocks handy, or a couple of firm pillows if you would like. We'll be focusing a lot on the upper body, the shoulders, the neck even, so I hope you enjoy the practice. So to start, we'll be coming into a supported fish pose. So you can set your blocks up in a T position. The shoulder block can be either low height, mid height. We're not going upper height today, just lower mid. Same with the upper block for your head. So coming onto your back, just guiding yourself down so that the block comes between your shoulder blades, and the head will be supported by the upper block. So just letting yourself settle in, finding that position on your blocks. Now for your legs, you're more than welcome to keep them bent, the knees falling in toward each other, or if you'd like to extend them, you can go ahead and do so. Now, option for the hands and the arms is you can just keep them at your sides if you would like, let them land there. You can take them up overhead, bringing more of that stretch into the shoulders. Wherever you land, finding stillness there in supported fish pose. Breathing into the opening through the chest, shoulders, the neck, finding the edge of your supported fish, but not at your maximum intensity. It's an edge. Finding the stillness in your fingers, your hands, your mind, as we hold each posture for 3 minutes with this short rebound. As always, if those thoughts wander off your mat as we hold, as they often do, that's perfectly fine. Just simply acknowledge those thoughts, bringing them back to your current practice, and sending those external thoughts away with your exhale. These blocks are uncomfortable underneath your shoulders, you can always just use a pillow. Same thing lengthwise, supporting your spine instead of blocks, or lowering that block to a lower height if you have it higher. Moments in supported fish. Nice and slow. When you're ready, just gently sliding your hands toward the sides of your body. If your knees were straight, just gently bending your knees, using the support of your feet. Just gently press into the feet to help support. Gently rolling to one side, rolling yourself off of your blocks. Moving them up out of the way, setting them to the side. And then just go ahead and extend through the legs, landing in your Shavasana position, letting your spine rebound for a moment, feeling the openness in the heart, the chest, resisting the urge to right away bring your knees into the chest. Sometimes your low back, your entire back may not be happy with the extreme other direction of the spine, so just take your time and let it rebound. And if you'd like from here, if you'd like to bend into the knees and give yourself a little bit of a windshield wipe side to side, bring a little bit of movement into the hips, the low back, mid back there. You can, or maybe even bringing those knees into the chest, whatever feels right, whatever feels good for your body. Maybe a little rock side to side if you are in that double kneaded chest pose, Sapanasana. And then when you're ready, we make our way up to a seated position. So lowering the feet to the mat, and just gently rolling onto one side, pressing your way up to a seated position on your mat. So next posture we're coming into, next asana, is butterfly fold. So bringing that motion or that movement into the low back here. So bringing your feet in that nice diamond shape, landing it in whatever position you would like, just letting your hips land up. And from here you may choose to use some support, either a bolster across your legs to help support your upper body, maybe nothing at all, maybe a block to help support the head, but we're letting that head be heavy toward the feet. We're letting that spine round, turning the palms to face up, letting your head be heavy. See how much you can release into the neck. Giving your neck a break from holding up your head. last few rounds of breath here in butterfly fold. When you're ready, just turning your palms to face down. And then gently just go ahead and walk your way back up, supporting your body to help that lift. And then bringing your hands to the outside of the legs, help them hug in toward the midline, and then just send them long. Maybe giving them a little leg, a little shake, a little roll. Just landing in that upright position, in a seated staff pose. Or maybe even bending into the knees, hugging yourself in, whatever feels good. And then when you're ready, we make our way onto our belly. So bending into the knees, coming onto your belly, however you'd like to land and get there, moving your blocks aside. So coming onto our belly, bringing the stretch into the shoulders, a little bit into the neck here. So we're coming into broken wing or open wing pose. So as you make your way onto your belly, just go ahead and let your head fall to the mat. And then from here, we extend through the right arm. So extending the right arm, palm facing down, creep those fingertips far away from you. Now, more intense stretch, hand will be shoulder height or maybe even cactused. Less intensity in the shoulder, you'll walk your hand closer to the hip. You figure out where you'd like your hand to be, but from here, using the left hand for support, we're gently going to roll on to the right side. So using the hand for support, adjusting your hand as you need to, starting to roll onto the right side, bringing that stretch into the shoulder. And so maybe all you do is a slight roll to the side. Maybe you roll completely onto your left side. Knees can be stacked, or a little bit more intensity, you can take that left leg over top of the right, letting your temple, the side of your head, fall to the mat. If your head is lifted, maybe placing a pillow, a block, a blanket, something under your head to help support. And you can leave that left hand on the mat, or you can take it behind your low back. And again, finding stillness here, breathing into that edge of intensity in the shoulder, maybe into the neck here. And if this becomes painful, too much, release the intensity, maybe even coming out of it if you need to. If it's super painful, give yourself that permission to move out of it at any time. Gently, if that left hand was behind your low back, just gently untuck it, lowering it back down to the mat. And then nice and slow, we roll back onto our bellies. Super, super slow. Turning your head in the opposite direction. And then let that right hand come down toward your hip. Landing in that prone position. Just to rebound here. And then when you're ready, gently turning the forehead toward the mat. Bringing that right hand back up toward the shoulder for support. And from here we extend through the left arm. So again, you choose how intense your stretch is. Higher toward the shoulder, that hand, palm facing down. Deeper intensity. Lower toward the hip, less, and you choose how much you twist. Option to stack knees. That'll take a little bit of the intensity out. Option is to keep that bottom leg straight or bent, and the right leg will tuck behind the other if you're lifting it. And you can leave this right hand down for support, or again, take it behind your low back to rest there. And slow. If that right hand was behind your low back, just gently untucking it, bring it back to the mat for support. And then gently rolling back onto your belly. Slowly making your way back, turning your head to face the other direction. And let your hand on the left slide toward your hip. Just landing in a rebound, releasing into that shoulder, upper and mid back. And then when you're ready, we make our way back up. So gently turning the head to face the mat. And bring your hands underneath your shoulders, pressing into your hands, pressing into your knees. Just land in a child's pose or tadpole here. Just for a moment, extending through the arms, or you can take them beside your legs. And then when you're ready, we come into side sphinx. So we'll start on the right side. You'll pardon my back to you for a moment, or for this side. So coming into a side sphinx. So this is really opening up through the right side body here. So we're extending through the legs, stacking our legs on top of each other, bringing our legs or feet in alignment with our hips. I'll take a moment to settle. You do have the option to take a block between your thighs, give you a little bit of support there if you need to. And then from here, now you can choose to stay on your forearm here. Pad your hip with a little bit of a blanket if you need to. Coming up onto your hand, the further your hand is away from you, less intensity. We're looking for that stretch in the right side body here. Closer it is to you, deeper intensity. So you can adjust how you would like your side sphinx to be in intensity. So just keeping that left hand in front of you for support. And just soften into that right shoulder. It's going to creep up toward your right ear, and that's perfectly fine. You can even let that right ear fall toward your right shoulder. Breathing into the opening in the right side body, into the ribs, all those intercostal muscles, the pelvic crest, maybe even into the armpit. And again, you can be doing this on your forearm. You can support this posture with a blanket under the hips. You can move that hand that's supporting you on the right, helping you to lift. You can move it further away from you for less intensity. Nice and slow, bending into that elbow that's supporting you. Bending into your knees. Just gently pressing your way up. Or if you prefer, you can always just lay down on the mat. Maybe taking a little wiggle side to side here. Whatever feels good to you. If you need to take a few rounds of a kneeling cat-cow or seated cat-cow, you can. And then when you're ready, we can make our way on to the other side. So just switching positions here, turning onto the other hip, left hand will stay down, taking the time to stack your hips, stack your feet, using that right hand for support. Again, you can take a block in between your thighs if you'd like. You're welcome to stay on your forearm if you would like to here, or make your way up onto your hand to help deepen that stretch. And again, further away that hand is from you, less intensity. Closer it is towards you, more intensity. And then just finding that nice side body stretch here. Letting that shoulder creep up toward the ear, and you can let that left ear fall toward the shoulder. If you feel like you need to bend your knees, you certainly can for a little bit of support. Last few rounds of breath here inside Sphinx. Nice and slow, just gently supporting your body, bending your knees. Gently picking up your head off that shoulder. Slowly making your way back up out of that side position. Landing in any upright position you would like. Maybe just taking a little wiggle side to side here. A little bit of cat-cow in whatever position you've landed in. And when you're ready, final pose, we make our way onto our back. So we're coming into a waterfall pose with the block. So supported waterfall. So making your way gently onto your back, bending into your knees. And then from here, just gently press into your knees, lifting your hips up off the mat. And we'll keep the block low. So sliding the block underneath your hips. So landing it in that flat spot of your low back in your sacrum. So not bringing that block into the arch of the back, we're just below it, supporting the hips and the glutes. And then from here, you can go ahead, bring your knees into the chest. And maybe you stay here with your knees bent, falling in. Or maybe you send those arms up towards, or those legs up towards the sky for waterfall pose. Maybe even snail. So letting those knees bend and the legs fall in toward the chest. It's up to you how you'd like your final pose to land. We're here for around a minute. So either keeping those legs straight up, you can bring them to a wall if you would like for waterfall, or you can come into more of a snail position like I'm in, or you can keep those feet towards your glutes and knees to chest. Up to you. And then when you're ready, gently lowering your feet back to the mat. Pressing your feet into the mat once you arrive, gently lifting the hips up, and then just sliding your block off to the side of the mat, slowly lowering your hips. And then nice and slow, we make our way into our Shavasana position. So maybe lifting your left shoulder, tucking your shoulder blade under, and then doing the same on the right side. Lift it up, tuck it down. Taking your legs nice and wide, maybe off the tire edges of your mat. Palms facing up, or whatever position you'd like to be in. Settling in for 3 minutes of Shavasana. It's a short one, but I encourage you to spend more time here if you have it or if you need it. Settling into complete stillness and peace for the last few moments of our practice in Shavasana. welcome to stay here in your stillness. Or if you're ready to move, you can go ahead, start to wiggle your fingers, your toes, wrists, ankles. Bringing some movement back to the body, untucking your shoulders from underneath you. Gently bending into the knees, and then just rolling onto one side, whichever side you would like to roll to, and just land in that fetal position on the side. Pausing there. And then when you're ready, pressing your way up to a seated position on your mat. Just keeping your eyes closed or your gaze soft. Landing in an easy seated pose, letting your hands fall where they'd like to land, shoulders roll away from your ears. Just checking in how you're feeling now than when you started. Maybe breathing a little easier. When you're ready, take a deep inhale, reaching your arms up overhead, bringing the palms together to touch. And as you exhale, bring it into your heart center, slight bow of the head here. Thank you for joining me in practice today. I hope you enjoyed. May you have peace in your mind, love, peace, and kindness in your heart. Namaste.